success, with 2 students winning first place at the district level. They also celebrated their 100th day of school with fun classroom activities. A student was also honored at the Every Student Succeeding event, and you can see him pictured right there. They also took a field trip to the Science Museum where students got to learn a lot about science, and you can see them making fun little crafts in those pictures. And they hosted a CCE snow party to celebrate students who have only missed 0 or 1 day during the month of January. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for watching.
Loda. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to support Loda. All right, Luke, it's your turn.
Good evening, board. Great seeing you guys again. This is my February 2024 Palm Springs High School Student Board Member Update. So first off, the end of the year is almost here. With the end of the year coming up, we have all of our senior events coming up: grad night, senior sunset, senior movie night, right around the corner. Quarter 3 is coming to an end, and quarter 4 is arriving, so the excitement's really ramping up around campus. All of our end of the year events are coming, our theater programs, our sports programs, and it's the ends of the season, and it's just really cool to see the campus kind of getting excited. It's a sad time for seniors because we got to say goodbye, but the students are excited, and it's good energy around campus right now. Up next, we got our performing arts update. So starting off, our theater company is currently putting on their 1-act play night titled Hookman, and they just completed their Seasons of Love showcase. We're super proud of them, and they've been doing a great job around campus. Next, we have our Sings and Strings. They've been hard at work recently. They recently performed at the Torty Palm Springs, put on our PS Factor talent show, and they even performed at our last rally. Our band recently just visited UNLV to compete in the West Coast Regional Essentially Ellington Festival. I got to talk to a couple students. They had a great time, and they really enjoyed competing against other top talent across the nation. Our dance team just performed at the Rancho Mirage High School Dance Showcase, as well as the Black History Month Parade this past weekend. Okay, my fault. Our Ballet Folklorico continues to wow crowds with their breathtaking performances. They've all been doing a great job, and we're very proud of them. Next, a little recap on our winter sports. We only had 2 teams make the playoffs this year, although all of our teams played hard. Our boys basketball won their first round playoff game and ended up losing in the second round. They finished their season with a 27-3 record. And our girls soccer ended up winning their first round game, but ended up losing in the second round as well. They finished with a 16-3-2 record, and we're very proud of all of our winter sports, especially those who made the playoffs. So great job. Next, some more athletics. Our boys baseball just started their season, and they're off to a hot 5-1 start. The Indians are a very young team, and they start 6 underclassmen. They're working super hard, and they're hoping to make the playoffs after a 7-year drought. Our girls softball is having a great time starting their season as well. They volunteered to shag balls at the annual Mary Nutter Classic at Big League Dreams. I got to see a couple videos of them. They all had a great time. Our boys and girls track just started their season with a meet at the Ontario Relays, where they earned over 20 medals. That meet really boosted their confidence going into their league meets, and we're very proud of them. Our boys tennis has been growing at an exponential rate. They've seen the most growth they've had over a decade, and we're super proud of them and all the involvement, all the hard work they've been putting in. We have a record-setting 38 students qualified for the Skills USA state competition. We will be competing at the Skills USA California State Competition in Ontario from April 4th to the 7th. We had 1 team win the regional event, 8 teams placed within the top 3. My team placed 3rd in broadcast video production, and I'm super excited to be going back to Ontario to compete again. My sophomore year, I got to compete at state, and it was a great time competing alongside some of the best talent in the state, and we had a great time and made lifelong experiences and memories. Our Black History Month was a success around our campus. Our Black Student Union ended up marching in the Black History Parade this past weekend, and we had a Black History Spirit Week around campus. Tuesday we had Sunday's Best Dress. dressed ready for the Spirit Day. Wednesday we had Cookout Day, dressed like your aunt or uncle. Thursday we had Throwback Thursday, dressed in 90s wear. And Friday we had our Blackout Friday. Seeing the whole campus participate and really come together as one was something amazing to see. And we're very happy that so many students took time to celebrate Black History Month with us. We had our Cards for Kids X Hope meeting. So Cards for Kids is an organization that aims to create cards for kids who are sick and ill in hospitals. I wanted to found that club this year because I felt like we needed more clubs around campus to really unite our students, and that club has been a big hit so far. And our Hope Club is the Healing of People Everywhere Club, and that has also been a big hit so far. So we really wanted to bring those two clubs together and have a collaboration meeting, and we ended up making heart banners like you see on the left side of your screen there. And we had 52 students attend our lunchtime meeting. So the 30 minutes at lunch, we made a quick little heart banner craft, and it was really awesome to just see the students coming together and unite as one. We also had a Desert Sun reporter there to come cover the meeting and talk to us about what it means to us and what it means to really unite students and get them all in one place together. We're super proud of all of them, and we had a great meeting. Next up, we had our PSHS Plus Club volunteering at Cielo Vista. Our PSHS Plus students had the opportunity to volunteer at Cielo Vista and really interact with students. They had a great time helping students with their arts and crafts and really giving students input on what high school is like so that they can be ready for the next level. Next up, we had our LCAP AI student survey. I was one of the students selected for the beta version of an artificial intelligence LCAP survey. Many students reported that they felt the survey made them feel heard and seen. I really thought this survey did a better job than the regular panorama surveys because as you're inputting your thoughts into the computer in real time, it'll tell you what you're saying, and at the end, it'll take your entire class's input and make it into a summary, so you can see exactly what it's saying and exactly how you're feeling about the school. The 30 students who participated in this beta version of it really thought that it helped, and we think that this survey does a lot better job than the regular panorama surveys. So we're very happy that our district is implementing this into the surveys from now on. And then we have our student interviews. I wanted to highlight Mr. Cross because he's an amazing teacher. I have him for my AP Environmental Science class. And I thought that, just instead of one day honoring our teacher of the year, we should give him a little bit more than that. So I went ahead and interviewed some students and asked them about the positive impact that Mr. Cross has had on them. So without further ado, good afternoon, board. I hope you guys are all
understanding biology and the chemistry of the things that we're growing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great night. And that's my presentation. I really appreciate you guys, and hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
And Luke, would you like to recognize anyone in the audience or mention any names?
I want to mention Miss Pat. You're amazing. Thank you for always supporting me. And Mr. Ventura, thank you so much for all your constant support. I appreciate you guys.
Great job, Loda and Luke. Next, we will have very special recognitions by the governing board up here in front of the audience. There are no videos to share, so we'll go down right now on the floor and call each individual up.
Think so.
Tonight is a very special night because we have outstanding leaders in our district to honor and to make this night very special as awards for these 6 educators, lifelong learners, and dedicated employees to Palm Springs Unified School District. So I have the pleasure and honor to invite Mr. Aaron Tarzian up, Principal of the Year. Have him stay up here. Okay. And then Mr. T, right? Thank you. Yes. Come on, get over here. Come on with us. Okay. So we are excited to honor Aaron Tarzian, who joined us in 2019 as principal at Rio Vista Elementary School. He has served as elementary principal for the past 15 years. He is commended for many reasons, including his unwavering commitment to a student-centered approach, recognizing the diverse needs of our students, and implementing equitable practices that ensure that each student receives the support they need to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Aaron, Mr. T, on behalf of the governing board, is an honor and pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Palm Springs Unified School District's Principal of the Year 2020-24. They want you to stay up for a picture. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah.
All right.
It's on. Yes. It is incredibly humbling to receive this award. You heard I've been an elementary principal for 15 years, and I think the key is this. You would think after 15 years, you're like, I got this. But I think the key is really being a lifelong learner. Every day there's a new challenge. Every day there's something new. And I think the key is to be a learner. And the other part of it is being on an amazing team. We have an amazing team in Palm Springs Unified. Rio Vista is an amazing team. Our district team is an amazing team. Our board is amazing. So thank you so much. Our community is a pleasure to work for. The best community ever. Go Palm Springs. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want him to stay here? Okay. He wants you to stay down there. Okay. Okay. So Karen?
Oh, no, I'm not saying it like that. So I have Angelica Rodas. 'Cause, 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 'cause Congratulations. Did I say it right?
You did.
Okay. All right,
Thank
good.
you.
So Angelica Rodas has been with Palm Springs Unified School District for 11 years. She has served as a kitchen manager, central kitchen lead, office specialist, and currently an administrative assistant at Rio Vista. Ms. Rodas is commended for her many reasons, including positive attitudes, enthusiasm, commitment, and passion of helping others. Angelica, on behalf of the governing board, it is an honor and a pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Palm Springs Unified School District Classified Employee of the Year for 2024.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that you want to thank?
Actually, I do. I wrote something super small. Super small.
Okay, take the mic.
Hold on. I don't like the mic.
Oh, you just. All right, go
I
ahead.
know Mr. T does.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am right now. I'm also thankful for my family who took the time to come here, and my amazing family who I've had for 12 years. Every single person that I've interacted, that's my team. Every single person. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Is there no problem with the sound? Will is talking from over there.
They need to use the mic, otherwise you can't hear it at home.
Okay, so we're going to insist that you use the mic so our audience at home can hear the audio. Okay?
So can we have Yvonne Henderson come up, please? So it's our pleasure to honor Yvonne as the Palm Springs Unified School District Site Employee of the Year. Yvonne joined PSUSD in 2012. She served as a paraprofessional and a career guidance specialist. She's currently working at Rancho Mirage High School. Ms. Henderson is commended for many reasons, including serving in a mentorship capacity to help students plan and identify steps towards completing their goals for college and career readiness. Yvonne, on behalf of the governing board, it is our honor and pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Palm Springs Unified School District's Site Employee of the Year. Congratulations.
Hi, I am terrible at this. This is thank you. This is really weird for me. I've worked with Maddie forever. I've worked at CCE for a really long time. And I even saw somebody I used to work at the preschool with, which was like crazy. Yeah, this is just, it's what I do. It's what I've always done. I help. It's just, I don't know. It's what I do. It's important to me.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Here, you can have yours too.
And I want to ask the Berenice Torres to come to the front.
Thank you.
Berenice Torres is from Catira City Elementary School Counselor. Berenice Torres had been a school counselor for 8 years and is currently working at Catira City Elementary School. Ms. Torres is commended for many reasons, including working tirelessly to ensure that all students are seen, heard, and recognized for their strengths and contribution. Berenice, on behalf of the governing board, it is a honor and pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Palm Springs Unified School District Counselor of the Year 2024. Congratulations. Anything that you want to recommend?
This isn't my favorite part of this, but I just want to thank my family and my friends for being here. I want to thank Miss Santana, Miss Collier, my CCE family. I couldn't do this without you guys, and this is for my kids. I love what I do, okay? That's it.
Thank you. No. Sarah.
Next we'd like Betsy Gomez to come on up. Congratulations. Elizabeth Betsy Gomez is the principal of Julius Corsini Elementary. Betsy started her career in education with Palm Springs Unified 20 years ago. She has served as a teacher, reading coach, teacher on special assignment, assistant principal, and is currently working as the principal of Julius Corsini Elementary School. Ms. Gomez is commended for many reasons, including her proactive approach to professional development, implementing strategy changes that enhance the educational environment and foster student success. Betsy, on behalf of the governing board, it is an honor and pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as the Palm Springs Unified School District Certificated Administrator of the Year for 2024.
I just want to say thank you to the cabinet board, the district, my staff who are here, my family, really all the support that you have given me over the 28 years. I came 28 years ago and I have not left because this district is so supportive and really has made me who I am today and helping me to continue to be a learner and grow. I just really, it's an amazing district, community, family, the kids. I love it. Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay.
I want to ask to come to the front Sarah Phelps. Sarah Phelps joined to Palm Springs Unified School District in 2019. She had served as a nutrition services field supervisor, manager, and is currently the director for nutrition services. Mrs. Phelps is commended for many reasons, including her support of site attendance programs through awards, celebration, and collaboration with local farmer markets. Sarah, in behalf of the governing board, it is an honor and pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition at Palm Springs Unified School District Classified Administrator of the Year for 2024. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything that you want to share?
I was going to say this was a huge surprise, and thank you to the board, and especially thank you to my team. We are a big, giant family. We lean on each other day in and day out. We help each other with strengths and to grow, and I honestly couldn't have a better team to work with. So thank you to all of my team.
have a PS.
One more thank you. I want to make sure to thank my wife, Amy, my son, Tyler, and Owen, who have been so patient in the audience. So I just didn't want to forget them.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone, for helping us gather everyone together and arrange those awards, the plaques, and all of the back work that happens. So next we move on to item number 10, our presentation. And this is LCAP mid-year update for Palm Springs Unified School District and Cielo Vista Charter School. And so we'll have Dr. Kovacs introduce Mark Arnold.
Yes, so Mr. Arnold, our Executive Director of Student Learning, is stepping in for Dr. Pfeffer this evening, who's not able to be here with us. So he's going to be providing that update for our 23-24 Local Control Accountability Plan. It's a required mid-year update that we need to present to the board, and he will be providing that for PSUSD and Cielo Vista Charter.
All right, thank you, Dr. Kovacs. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to dust off my state and federal days and hopefully can kind of remember what I'm talking about here. So this presentation is a mid-year update for the 23-24 LCAP, originally board approved in June of 2023. Attached to tonight's agenda is a full report for both PSUSD and Cielo Vista Charter, providing updates regarding current action implementation and updates where possible for all LCAP metrics. This presentation will act as a brief review of the report, highlighting items in each area. I'll be presenting info tonight for both the district and for Cielo Vista Charter, but Ms. Parashika is also in the audience to answer any questions that you may have related to CVC. All right, per Senate Bill 114, districts are now required to present a mid-year report on the annual update of the LCAP each year. This report is very similar to the one presented in 2021, which required districts to provide a mid-year report due to the increase in pandemic-related funding. Starting with the 23-24 school year, this report will now be presented to the board each year prior to February 28th. All right. The budget overview for parents has been updated through the second interim reporting period. Note that these figures are accurate as of the time of the development of this report, but may differ slightly from the finalized second interim report that will be presented by Business Services at a later date. The LCAP is primarily responsible for the reporting use of the LCFF supplemental and concentration funds, but also includes some additional state and federal funding sources. PSUSD did receive slightly more LCFF funding than initially budgeted, including about 1.6 million additional LCF supplemental and concentration funds. Cielo Vista has also updated their budget overview for parents, showing the allocations as of the second interim reporting period as noted on the slide. Metrics within the LCAP include data from state reporting sources, locally calculated data, and results from survey collections. RCOE provided this bucket diagram to indicate the various states of completion for metric outcomes at this time of year. Each metric outcome is noted as being unknown, in progress, or known. The statuses are based on the time of year that information is collected and when it is available for publication. Where possible, interim data has been provided as a placeholder until the final data is available. An example of this is our ELA and math results from the California School Dashboard, are the metrics in the LCAP. The 2023 results are in there, but however, the tests are obviously not completed for the 23-24 school year, so the interim STAR test data is provided as a proxy to show where progress stands at this time of year. All right. Similarly, LCAP action implementation may be in these same statuses. In the case for both PSUSD and CVC, nearly all actions are in progress and continue to serve students through the remainder of the 23-24 school year. Okay, so this is a review of each of our current PSUSD LCAP goals. We will only highlight a few metrics and actions from each goal during this presentation. However, the full list is available in the report document for your reference. Let's start with Goal 1, which is focused on academic programs. Sample metrics within Goal 1 include dashboard measures such as the CASP results and graduation rate. As noted previously, we have noted results as in progress for both ELA and math, displaying the dashboard results and mid-year STAR results within the report. And although graduation rates remained relatively unchanged, our District A through G completion rate increased over 2%. The highlighted actions are some of our larger expenditures within Goal 1. Action 2 supports our staff professional development, which includes, amongst other things, our work with Irvine Math Project and Solutions Tree at the secondary level, and our early literacy initiatives at the elementary level. Action 5 supports our primary reading intervention teachers and paraprofessionals, as well as our secondary math intervention teachers. Goal 2 centers around family and community engagement. Our panorama surveys are examples of mid-year metrics that are unknown at this time. The survey window is still currently open, with results available in mid to late March. Our Family Center continues to support active parent groups with multiple active PTAs, PTOs, and PTGs, as well as our PACs meeting regularly throughout the school year. Goal 2 features our Family Center team providing resources and workshops to parents and families in a variety of settings. Our DRE team works to improve equitable outcomes for students and broaden understanding of culture and diversity. And school social workers are also on board providing a variety of wraparound supports and resources to families who are in need. Goal 3 centers on safe and healthy schools, covering a wide range of supports that are important to creating a very positive learning environment at our sites. Key metrics within Goal 3 include suspension and chronic absenteeism rates. In both cases, mid-year data indicates improvement in 23-24 over our 22-23 results. Our high school dropout rate continues to be higher as compared to rates before the pandemic, and there are systems in place, including credit recovery offerings, graduation alliance, and other systematic supports that are designed to address this issue. Actions within Goal 3 include a variety of supports serving the needs of the whole child. Counselors and mental health services are ongoing services, often identified by our educational partners as needed supports. And our multi-tiered systems of support for social emotional learning and behavioral supports include our MTSS coaches at the secondary levels, as well as other behavior-related support staff. CVC also provided updates to the metrics and actions within their full report document. CVC would like to highlight their ELA and math results, their suspension rates, and student connectedness rates as identified on the table. Key actions identified by CVC include their MTSS efforts, math intervention services, mental health supports, and student engagement activities. So that brings us to the conclusion. Are there any questions that you might have for either one of us?
Just need a clarification, Mark.
Okay.
You had the LCAP budget and then the estimated actuals to date. Was that LCAP budget the same time period to date, or is the LCAP budget for the full year?
I'm not sure I'm fully
Just if you go back a couple slides, maybe.
So like to the,
Right.
oops.
That's okay. Go up a little more. Back one.
Is it like this one here?
Uh,
Oh, not this one.
Okay, that was fine too. All right, so we got LCFF, the adopted budget's 309,
Yes.
and we're saying, this is revenue, I guess. Let's look at expenses. Go down to the bottom one.
Okay.
Expenses are 431. That's what the LCAP adopted.
Correct.
In the second interim, we're projecting 525 million.
Correct. So
Is that 431 for the same time period as this second interim, or is that 431 for the entire year? Because we're already over the 431.
yeah. So Mr. Simmons, I might.
I can help you out with that, yes.
Yeah.
This would be, both of these are projections for the entire year. So first of that was the adopted budget for the entire year, and then the second interim is projections of how we think we're going to finish for the year.
Okay, so, okay, and is it the same all the way through this report? Because some of them said to date. If you advance a little bit, Mark?
Yeah.
I think the reason why it was up to the point of matching where the second interim report was done for that at that particular moment. And second interim is based on where we stopped at January 31st and then projecting how we're going to finish the year.
Okay, so this initial, on this slide here, this goal one slide, the initial LCAP budget for, let's say, G1A2 is 4,088,000. The estimated actual to date is 3.9 million.
Correct. So that would be how we think we're going to end the year.
Oh, okay, that's what you think you're going to be at the end?
Yes.
I follow. Thank you.
I think that's all for the questions, Mark. Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate your work.
What is that?
Okay, we'll move on to our next item, 10B, our facilities update, OE 12.
Okay, thank you, members of the board. We thought we'd try a little something new here and make a facilities update a standing informational item, assuming that the board approves of this item and you like the addition to what we're doing for the meeting. This section of the board meeting is intended to provide the board and the public with a brief update on facilities projects. This may include board items or Friday communication clarifications. It is only intended to be about 5 to 10 minutes, so the board has an opportunity to hear updates and engage in a facilities discussion prior to voting. The presentations might be done by Julie or Kent or myself. Sometimes there won't be any report, so we'll say there's no report this evening, but do you have any questions or things you would like us to follow up on? But oftentimes we'll have something on the board agenda that we can update the board on. So, like for tonight, for example, the board will have 2 action items with the construction contracts for Landau and Sunny Sands with a guaranteed maximum pricing. So that's the maximum that these contracts will go to. Those are action items P and Q. We got to this point through the facilities master planning process and the priority to replace modular buildings whenever possible. These 2 schools were next in line as far as age to update. They are more than 30 years old and passed the 25-year state recommendation for modernization. Full studies were conducted of the buildings by engineers. The evaluation concluded that the buildings were deteriorating due to the thin steel construction of the modulars at that time. The options were brought to the board at the beginning of the process to modernize and bring up to code or remove and rebuild the buildings. When the options were presented, it became clear that the buildings did need to be replaced. The cost would have actually exceeded the 50% rule from DSA. You might remember that if, based on that rule, as Julie told you, if the cost of the modernization is going to be higher than 50% of what the value of that building is, then you must rebuild it, as opposed to just modernizing it. The other issue was the playground space on each campus. By putting up two-story buildings in place of the modulars, the students would regain the appropriate playground space for the size of their campuses. It has taken 3 years and the construction costs have certainly gone up. We have all learned from this reality and that more frequent budget updates and better communication related to board options are now necessary in future projects. Although the bidding was higher than expected, it was done with the best possible outcome in mind. Instead of a hard bid, where the general contractors bid on the entire budget, or on the entire project, we chose a general contractor to partner with in a lease-leaseback contract using an RFP competitive process to choose them. Once the contractor was chosen, we proceeded to work together with the contractor to bid every subcontractor portion of that project. Over 125 bids were received across all the specialties needed for each of these projects. The budget for these projects was then reset, and these contracts are within that budget. The temporary housing is installed, as you know, and the students were moved over winter break, as you're aware. If approved tonight, work will actually start tomorrow, and demolition of the modulars will be done over spring break. We do have multiple pots of money for facilities, including redevelopment and developer fees that offset the bond money that we get from the community. We also get state bond matching funds that we have received from prior projects. We understand that these projects came in much higher than expected. Districts all over the state are facing the same thing. I was just on a webinar about that very thing just last week. It means that future projects, and all districts are facing this, may be delayed or scopes may have to be adjusted, as we have kind of talked about. I expect the partnership between the board and business and facilities departments to be even stronger as we work together on current and future projects. That is the reason for the additional Friday communications. It's also the reason for this standing update on the board agenda. So that's it for this evening.
I just had a question.
Okay.
I think maybe in agenda planning you mentioned that for many board of educations that are across the state, this is a standard or it's a standing item on the agenda. Is that right?
That is correct. Many districts, even in Riverside County, not all of them, but there's a lot of districts that do this as a standing item. And again, and I've been through a few of them, and they've said, same thing. If there's nothing to report that night, they'll just let you know. But it's a standing item on the board agenda. So we'd like to keep it that way, so we can, at least have the facilities on the forefront and make sure you're informed, particularly of the items that are on the agenda that night, and know what you're voting for. So,
thank you.